So now we are going to see about, in this module we'll be seeing next about loop analysis, or the other name for it is mesh analysis. So generally why we go for a mesh analysis is we want to analyze the circuits and what is going to be the current that is going to flow across the various elements that is going to be available in your circuit. So mainly if we see, mesh analysis is going to be applicable only for planar networks. So basically planar networks is nothing but a network which is going to be drawn on a plane where no branches are going to cross each other there. So you can see the example of figure A, that is where the branches never cross each other there. And next is the non-planar networks. So mesh analysis cannot be applied to non-planar networks there. So in non-planar networks, when the branches cross each other, then we call that network to be a non-planar network. So figure B is going to be a non-planar network, and figure C is going to appear like a planar network, non-planar network, but it is actually a planar circuit. So mainly mesh analysis can be solved by using your KVL method, that is your Kirchhoff's voltage law, where the voltage, sum of the voltage drops is equivalent to the sum of the voltage rise in your closed loop circuit, or the sum of the voltage drops in your closed loop network is going to be 0. Next is loop. So loop is nothing but it is going to be a closed path along the circuit elements. So here we are going to have a closed path. Here A, B, E, F, A is going to be a closed path where it is going to form a loop. So in the loop we are going to have a mesh current there. So mesh is nothing but a loop where we are not going to contain any loop within it. So here we are going to determine the mesh currents. We are going to have this circuit. Now we want to write your KVL equation for this circuit there. So first we are going to mark the nodes of the circuit. So the nodes are going to be your A, B, C, D, E, F. So the nodes we are going to mark it as A, B, C, D, E and F there. So here what we are going to do is we are going to assume that one loop is going to be your A, B, E, F, A. So this is going to be one loop. So now in this loop we are going to write your KVL equation. So we are going to assume that in this loop the current that is going to flow is going to be I1, and in the other loop it is going to be I2. So when the current is going to flow from your A to B, we have this, we mark this as plus and this as minus. And when it flows from B to A, B to E, we mark this as plus and this as minus. Now we will write your KVL equation starting from your node A. So the current flowing through the R1 is I1, so plus 2 minus, so plus 2 minus is going to be minus I1 into R1, and for this it is going to be your minus I1 in minus I2 into R2. So why we are taking the differences, across your resistance R2, two currents are going to flow. One is I1 current, the other one is your I2 current. So it is your difference between these two. For the first loop it is I1 minus your I2 into R2. So minus 2 plus is going to be your plus Vs is equal to 0. So that is your first loop equation. So the next loop equation is going to be your B, C, D, E, B. So starting from here B, C, D, E, B. Now the current is flowing in this direction. So we can assume the current direction to be in any way. This is plus minus, here it is your plus minus. For this loop the current is going like this. So this is your plus, this is your minus. So now from B if I start, it is going to be your minus. Current flowing through your resistance R3 is going to be I2 R3. Here plus 2 minus is going to be your minus I2 into R4. So from here it is going to be plus 2 minus is going to be minus. So from second loop to first loop it is going to be your I2 minus I1 into R2 is equal to 0. So now these are the two loop equations what we have got. By solving these two loop equations we can have here find out the mesh currents I1 and I2. So what are steps we are going to follow is, we are going to first basically identify the number of meshes, the number of loops, and assign a current to each of the loop, and then apply KVL around the loop to get the equations in terms of loop currents and solve the resulting linear equations. So by solving these equations we can get the number or value of the currents there. So now we'll see first problem. Write down the mesh equations for the circuit shown in the figure below and determine the currents I1 and I2. So here by applying a KVL to the two meshes we get, first I am going to assume that this is your current that is going to flow, this is your plus, this is minus. So for the first loop this is going to be plus, this is going to be minus. So now if I write my loop current, it is going to be, so first I will name the nodes. This is your A, this is your B, C, D, E, F. So it is going to be A, B, E, F and A. This is going to be the first loop. So when I am going to take the first loop, it is going to be minus 5I1 minus 2 into, so for two currents are going to flow across this 2 ohm resistor, that is nothing but minus I1 minus I2. So minus 2 plus, it is going to be plus 10 is equal to 0. That is the first equation there. And coming to the second loop, it is going to be starting from B, C, D, E, B. This is your second loop. So now current flowing through this is, current is flowing like this. So plus minus. So minus 10 into I2 plus 2 minus is going to be minus 50. So here it is going to be, current is entering like this. So it is plus minus. So minus 2 into I2 minus I1 is equal to 0. So now we got the two equations. By solving these two equations, we get I1 to be 0.25 amps, I2 to be minus 4.25 amps there. So the negative current sign for the current I2 indicates that it is going to flow in the opposite direction as assumed in the loop 2. So now we are going to determine the amount of power supplied by the independent voltage source by applying the mesh analysis method. So now we have assumed that there is going to be a dependent source, that is your 2Vx. So this Vx is going to be nothing but the voltage drop across your 2 ohm resistance there. So now current is flowing like this. So we will assume that this is your plus, this is your minus, this is plus, this is minus. So your loops, first you will name the nodes. So here A, this is going to be B, this is C, this is your D, this is your E, this is your F. So we are going to take that A, B, E, F, A. So the first loop. So now if I am going to assume that current direction is going to be like this. So here we are going to have minus, current is entering like this. So it is your minus 2 into I1. So here it is going to be minus 4 into I1 minus I2. Here it is going to be plus 12 is equal to 0. And next is, if I am going to see, it is going to be B, C, D, E, B. So if I am going to find this plus 2 minus is going to be your minus 2Vx. So current is entering like this. So it is entering like this. This is plus, this is minus. So it is minus 4 into I2 minus I1 is equal to 0. So here now in this equation, your Vx is going to be an unknown variable there. So how to find that Vx is, you take this Vx here, this is your plus, this is your minus, this is Vx. Across this Vx you have your 2 ohm resistance. So current is flowing in this 2 ohm resistance like this. That means that this is plus, this is minus. Now apply a KVL. So when I apply my KVL, so plus 2 minus is going to be minus Vx. Minus 2 plus is going to be your plus 2. Current flowing through this 2 ohm is going to be your I1 is equal to 0. That means Vx is equal to 2I1. So substitute in this equation. So minus 2 into, here it's going to be your 2I1 minus 4I2 plus 4I1 is equal to 0. So that means that we are going to have minus 4I2 is equal to 0 there. So here in this case I2 is 0. So when I2 is 0 in the above equation, we can see that your I1 is going to be 2 amps and Vx is equal to 2I1, that is 4 volts there. So here like this we have to find out. Next is we are going to use your mesh analysis to find your Ix in the circuit. That is nothing but we have here 3 loops. That is, we can name this point to be your A, this point to be your B, this point to be your C, this is your D, this is your E, this is your F. So we can see that we have 3 loops there. 3 loops, we'll assume 3 currents. So the current direction, however we want, we can mark it there. So we have marked the currents to be I1, I2 and I3. So a mesh 1, this is going to be the equation. So here we are going to see that if I'm going to take the loop A, B, E, F, A. So it is going to be minus 0.5 I1 minus 0.1 into your current is going to be I1 minus I2. So it is going to be plus 2 minus 0.1 I1 is equal to 0. So second one is B, C, D, E, B. So in this case it is going to be, 0.5 into, actually we have 2 currents here. This is, if I see, this is plus minus, this is going to be here plus minus there. So it is I1 minus I3. So you should write here I1 minus I3 there. So when I'm going to take B, C, D, E, B, it is going to be minus 0.5 into your I2 minus I3 minus 0.1 into I2 minus 3. So current is entering like this. So that is nothing but minus 0.1 into I2 minus I1. So similarly, simplify, a third loop is going to be your A, C, B, A. So current is entering like this. So minus 0.2 I3 minus 4. So it is going to be, current is entering like this. So it is minus 0.5 into I3 minus I2 minus 0.5 into I3 minus I1 is equal to 0. So if I simplify it, I'll get this equation there. So now I have got 3 equations. So with these 3 equations, I'll solve it and I'll find out my I1, I2 and I3. These are the currents. So the negative currents denotes that it should be in the opposite direction what we have assumed. So your Ix, how to find out? They have asked you to find out Ix. So Ix is apply a KCL at node B. So when I apply a KCL at node B, incoming current to node B is nothing but I1. Incoming current to your node B. Outgoing current is going to be your I2 current. So incoming current is, this is your I1, this is your I3. So I1 plus I3. So here in this case, this node B only we are going to consider. Node B, if I am going to consider, this is your I2 current. So the current that is going to flow here is going to be I2. So it is your I1 is equal to I2 plus Ix plus Ix. So Ix is equal to I1 minus I2, that is nothing but 6.25 amps there. So this is how we have to find out your Ix current. So you apply a mesh analysis and determine that. So same procedure we have to follow, but in this case this is your current. Your current is going to be 2 amps. So 2 amps is, so I3 is nothing but minus 2 amps here. So I3, it is minus 2 amps. I2 is nothing but opposite direction, so it is minus 4 amps. So now only we have to apply a KVL to your loop 1, that is your 0.5 I1 plus minus 6 minus 0.5 into I1 minus I2. So if I apply my KCL, that is I1 is equal to Ix plus I2. So here Ix is equal to I1 minus I2. So if we simplify it, we will be getting the equation there. So here, so determine your Vx. So to determine this Vx, again we have to assume 3 currents there, then apply a KVL. So this will be a KVL equations. So minus 8 I1 plus this one. So if I simplify it, now we want to get your I value. So I value is nothing but the current that is flowing here. So if I apply KCL, it is nothing but I1 minus I2. So substitute this I and you will be getting your I1, I2, I3 current. Vx is nothing but 1 into I2. So I2 is nothing but 1.41. So multiply it, you will get 1.41 volts there. So next is, we are going to simplify the circuit and we are going to find it out. So here in this case, we have a delta network here. So this is a delta network. Simplify the delta network to your star network there. So here in this case we are going to have your 6 ohms, 12, 6 here, 6, 3, 6 you are going to have. We want to find out your Ix there. So in this case, this current, convert this to your current source. If I convert it, 12 by 6 is 2 amps. So 6 and 3 are going to be in parallel. That is nothing but 3 ohms. Now this converted to your voltage source, you will get like this. Once you get like this, then what we can do is, we will get this circuit, again convert it to your current source. These two resistors will be parallel. Next is convert it to your voltage source, we will get this circuit there. Now we have got the 3 loops there. So when you get the 3 loops, we can apply your KVL, write your mesh equations. Then we can find out what is your Ix. To find out your Ix, apply KCL to this node. If you apply KCL to this node, it is nothing but, this is your outgoing current I2, so your incoming current I3. So here in this case, it is nothing but the outgoing current. So this is also outgoing current. So here incoming current I3 is equivalent to I2 plus Ix. So Ix is equivalent to I3 minus I2, that is 0.052 there, the current.